You know that thing where you get an amazing pair of shoes at a really great price and want to tell everyone about it? Yeah, so do we. Here at Designer Shoe Warehouse, we'll give you something to brag about, like the latest styles from brands you love, or the trends everyone's obsessing over, or shoes that make you feel like, well, you. So go ahead, show off a little. Find shoes that get you at prices that get your budget. Head to your DSW store or DSW.com today. DSW, let us surprise you.
Welcome to the RuPaul's Drag Race Recap Show for Season 18, Episode 16, titled Grand Finale. My name's Joe Batanz, and I am joined, as always, by one very endearing co-host from Bravo Bravo. It's a podcast. Bravo Bravo effing Bravo. Please say, hello, uglies. Wrong show. To Nathan Patrick Brown. Hello, Nathan.
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
Earlier, I was telling you, I don't know if it was off the air or on the air, that there were some listeners who wanted us to do a Broadway-themed recap show.
Yeah,
I thought we would call it Broadway effing Broadway.
I'm all for it. Let's do it.
I got to listen to this Bravo effing Bravo. Isn't it weird that I've never listened?
No, well, you don't watch the shows we talk about, do you?
No, that's the thing. I just don't watch the shows you talk about.
I mean, it's pretty good. We're covering Summer House at the moment, and you know how there's all that drama with Summer House?
No.
Oh, my God. Well, a couple got divorced, which, you know, we're all, like, fine with. And then the guy... Okay, well, then the girl... Amanda is now hooking up with West, which is a big deal because West and Sierra used to date, and Sierra was heartbroken after like their relationship dissolved, and Sierra and Amanda are meant to be besties. Okay, he's doing a Laurie on his phone. But anyway, so it's like, it's a huge betrayal of Amanda's friendship with Sierra. Not so much West's friendship with Kyle. No one really cares about Kyle in all of this. But this betrayal of Sierra is huge. And they were playing in our faces. And so now we're watching the season back and we're like, wait a minute, were they already hooking up at this time? And I think they were. So,
well, there you go, guys. There's your ad for Bravo effing Bravo. That's what
a little preview.
Nathan and his co-host Mariana.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they talk about. Who doesn't know I exist, by the way, I heard. Doesn't know. Does she know you have another podcast?
I don't know. You know I don't like to share.
Yeah, that's actually true. Speaking of, we had probably the longest episode of Just Between Us Girls that we've ever done.
I know, and just as it was wrapping up, you were like, let's call Robert. And so then, well, he's probably going to call
makes a
and
special
say,
appearance.
remove the segment.
Yeah, Robert will call me. He's like, can you make sure and remove that? By the way, Robert, hold on, that song ended. Oh, I was like, where's the music? Robert, we've been, look, I'll say this. I think I can say this very safely. We've been very not subtle about where Robert now works, right?
No. I feel like you can pick up on the clues.
Yeah. A listener wrote to me, and this is very cute, by the way. So if this listener hears this, I thought it was very cute. I did tell Robert about it. He goes, don't tell Robert, but I think I figured out where he worked. He's much more explicit about it on Rulaska Thoughts. And that's another plug because it's now affected how he views the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Why don't we do this? Why don't we take the break here? And then we'll talk about the episode when we come back.
Yeah, why
we're going
not?
to take a break. Yeah, we're going to take a break when we come back. And you know what? I feel badly because we didn't do Big Takeaway this week because I went to the Magic Castle with Robert and I was like, what are we going to do? How many times can I talk about this show? So Lori recorded a very special edition of The Break for us. So we'll just do that for the break. Yeah.
God, she's good at that.
K-pop demon hunter Saja Boy's breakfast meal and Huntrix meal have just dropped at McDonald's. They're calling this a battle for the fans. What do you say to that, Rumi?
It's not a battle. So glad the Saja boys could take breakfast and give our meal the rest of the day.
It is an honor to share.
No, it's our honor.
It is our larger honor.
No, really. Stop.
You can really feel the respect in this battle. Pick a meal to pick a side.
At participating McDonald's while supplies last.
We all have that dream trip we've been wishing we could go on, but too often life, or usually price, gets in the way. That's why Priceline is here to help you turn your dream trip into reality. With up to 60% off hotels and up to 50% off flights, you can book everything you need for your next adventure. Don't just dream about that next trip. Book it with Priceline. Download the Priceline app or visit Priceline.com and book your next trip today.
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
It's deck days at Lowe's, and the savings are stacked. Right now, pros get 15% off all in-stock composite decking from top brands like Trex, TimberTech, and Decorators. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt tool. The deck's stacked in your favor with brands pros trust. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Yeah, and people don't know this. Lori's here live doing that. She showed up to the recording just to do that. She left right away. She had to go somewhere.
I know, but it's the first time ever she was on time. There was no chaos in the background.
Yeah, and she was actually in like a recording studio, and she has like the one headphone on and the one headphone off. And like, she's like,
"Can I get an amen?"
And she has like the one finger up. She's like,
Yeah, she's very good. You don't expect her to have those pipes, but
we should have all the hosts. You remember they used to have the Disney Channel actors and actresses do like the little mouse ears. We should have all the hosts record their own version of like,
yeah, and some people can add some runs to it.
You give it a try.
Where my people at? Where my people at?
Oh, look at that! Bringing in some drag race. You see, there we go. All right, this week the final 3 girls return to find out who will. By the way, I'll probably forget to say this. I love when RuPaul would talk to the parents and be like, "Did you know she was going to be a drag queen?" And be like, "We always thought he was very talented." And I was like, "Okay, we got it." This week the final 3 girls return to find out who will win the entire season. Meanwhile, Jane Don't wins Miss Congeniality. Later on the main stage, Darlene Mitchell's let go from the competition, leaving Nini Coco and Mikey Meeks to face off in a lip-sync battle for the crown. In the end, Mikey Meeks was named the winner of season 18 and America's Next Drag Superstar. Nathan Patrick Brown name 2 things you liked about the episode and 1 thing you did not.
Ooh, this was hard for me. This was hard because I feel like this episode was a real stinker. So when I knew I had to think of 2 things I liked, and I was like, this is going to be a riff stuff. So I'll say the first thing I liked was when Rue asked Darlene what she would say to 24-year-old Trash. I thought that was fun. I love a shout out to Trash.
Well, look, you know what? You mentioned 24-year-old Trash to me. I land up dating them.
Yeah, and then the second thing I liked was Darlene and Nini's boyfriends. Like, good for them. They have hot boyfriends. I think he's bald underneath that hat, and I think good for her.
Oh, that's right. He's a bald guy.
Yeah,
Nathan loves himself a bald guy.
And with a mustache. Ooh, girl. I love a mustache ride.
So let me ask you this question. This is a legitimate question.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name, but Daddy Warbucks in the movie, the original 1981 film, is he hot to you?
You know, probably not then, but maybe now. Yeah.
What do you mean maybe now?
Well, like when I was like watching it as a kid, I didn't think I had a thing.
No, I'm talking about now. Like, if you watched it now, Albert Finney. If you watched Albert Finney now.
You know, I've seen so many Daddy Warbuckses. I need to get a visual on which one we're talking about. Albert Finney.
1981. Who
was the Miss Hannigan in that?
Carol Burnett.
Yeah, okay, the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Nah.
Oh. Because, you know, there was an actor named Lee Marvin. Okay.
Let me look this up.
And he was mostly really famous when he was older, right?
He's
But
got a lot of hair.
Who?
Lee Marvin.
Well, no, hold on. That's why I'm bringing it up. But I saw a film with like a 30-year-old Lee Marvin, and I was like, the way I would fucking suck his dick. Like I will say young Lee Marvin is like the definition of my type.
Really?
Yeah, like 30-year-old Lee Marvin. I was like, oh my God. I couldn't get my eyes off of him.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And people think it's only twinks with me. No.
You have depth. You have range.
Yeah. I go all the way to 30.
Yeah, so the thing I didn't like, well, one of the things I didn't like was this Miley Cyrus getting the Giving Us Lifetime Achievement Award. I think she's too young. I think she's too mainstream. I think it's weird, and it felt sort of pandery, and I didn't like it.
Interesting.
Yep.
I have a feeling Robert is going to feel the same way on Alaska Thoughts.
Oh, no. He's going to hate that. He's going to hate that his opinion was shared.
Yeah. All right. Well, very good. Let's move on.
Oh, wait, you've already done like a big takeaway with Robert on Alaska Thoughts, maybe? Or like...
No, but I'll do the big takeaway here. No, we didn't do a big takeaway. And so I'm not going to do two things like one thing I didn't. But what I will say is the way they're doing the finale is broken.
Oh, yeah.
For a number of reasons. It's broken for a number of reasons. And there is something I know it's expensive, I know it's difficult, and you just want to phone it in from now on. But there is something special about the live theater taped finales.
Yep.
And it's not just, so I'll work backwards from least important to most important. There's just an energy that you can't match on the live tape finales. Mm-hmm. You know, the drag queens and even though you don't see the audience that much, the contestants are living off of the energy. RuPaul's living off the energy. Everyone's living off the energy and the excitement, and it makes the show and the results of the show feel important.
Yeah.
Okay. 1. 2. And I think there's only 2 things. There might be more, and I'll add to it throughout the show if I think of them. But the second one is when they used to do the live finales, they filmed them 2 weeks before the finale aired.
Yeah.
Okay. And they usually would film it the day that the episode before the reunion or whatever dropped. Okay. So it wasn't really spoiling anything. We knew who they were going to be. And, but it filmed it 2 weeks before. And I think what happens when you do that and you wait is now they've had an entire season to see how the audience is going to react to certain drag queens. And I'm not saying that they should have changed who won the season or whatever, Mikey Meeks, but I think if they would have done the finale, they wouldn't have booted Darlene Mitchell so early, seeing that she got 50% of the fucking votes on Twitter. Right?
Well, so when did they film this?
In the summer.
Oh, shit. Right.
And that's the thing, too, is the jokes aren't landing. Like, Discord does her walk, and the audience is doing a fake laugh, but they don't know what they don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah.
You know? They don't know the jokes. They don't know who these people are. No one in the cast knows what they're going to show. So again, like, I talked about this I'm going to talk about this on Alaska Thoughts, is Nini Coco apologizes for stuff that we never saw.
I know, that shit me.
And so again, it's expensive. It's expensive. But I think ultimately it's worth it. I think they're just so phoning in these episodes now. They're so phoning it, and that's my big takeaway. Bring back the live finale. And by the way, it's murder to be in those seats for it. These things take it's probably faster there, but in the theater it takes 6 hours.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like it's faster because they've cut out. I used to like when the queens, when the previous Like the contestants would sit down in chunks and Rue would do a little interview and I don't like you get that reunion sort of element. Nothing. Like we didn't hear a word from any of them, like really. And so it's just like, yeah, what? And then the rest of it's like clip packages. So were they really sitting there that long? Nothing happened.
The only part that really it takes a long time, believe it or not. But the only part that they probably didn't have to film was the whole long Norvina part. Anastasia Beverly Hills.
Well, you've got that, and you've got Stupid Bob and that on Pelotons. Like that was the season-long storyline about putting lights back on. I'd already forgotten all about that gimmick. And then there's
they thought like, oh, that's why they did this thing.
Yeah, and then there was a Miley clip package, then a clip package about I don't know other fucking Trailblazers, and it's just like I was like, oh, this is boring.
No, when you're there though, you have to sit through the clip package.
Oh right.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's break it down. I didn't write a script for this one because I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Neither did they, Joe, so it's okay.
Yeah. So the first segment is the returning queens walk through. Did you have any thoughts on any of this? Oh, I think actually this is the only part I have notes. Actually,
they all looked nice, but there was no looks where I was like gagged.
We did that. Okay. I talked about this in Alaska Thoughts, so I'm going to bring it up here. We need her to sing those stupid songs. What does that mean?
Are you talking about Rue's performance?
Oh, I know what it means. Yes, I do. So, look, I've talked about this before, and I think there's no way to, like, unbake the cake. But there was something about Lucian Piani's music that was catchy but stupid. And so they were fun to watch RuPaul sing those songs that were never going to be hits, but were important to us. Okay? And like, for instance, last night at the Magic Castle, Robert and I were when his friend were with Irma, and Robert requested The Realness, and Irma knew it. And the way we lived when she played The Realness, we were in heaven. But yeah, we need stupid songs like The Realness and Response to Trinity. I know that's not PC, but like these dumb songs, you know? And she's singing songs that she really genuinely wants to be club hits. And that's just not going to happen anymore, RuPaul. You're 60, you know?
I feel like she moved around more than she has in the past with this choreo.
No, but then we talk about this in Alaska Thoughts. That's why I was saying that's a note I'll say on Alaska Thoughts. Is the way she was so freaked out by the fact that she was wearing heels and she was looking where she was walking, like she was so scared she was going to fall on those heels. Yeah. So there we go. And those are all my notes for the. And actually, it's all my notes for the episode. If I'm honest with you.
It's a hard one.
So look, what do I say, Nathan? The show is the show. The show is the show.
Strikes. Show's the show.
Don't try and stretch this to fucking 45 minutes. I will cut you off.
Okay.
Okay, so then RuPaul comes back. She sings her song. It was weird and sad. Then they do a Darlene Mitchell clip package, and she sings one of a dumb song she wrote with Leland. What do you think of this?
I thought her song was like the most basic of the three. And it's not the most impressive. And yet it was the catchiest. It's the one that I would actually choose to listen to again, but I can also see how it was the worst. So I don't know how that works out. But what did you think of the song?
I'll be honest, I'll tell you right up front. I thought they were all super dumb for their own dumb reasons, right? This one was like, no one's going to take you seriously as a human being, Darlene Mitchell, for the crown. If you're singing a song about gas, sass, and ass, you know? So it was fun, but it was like, well, you've kind of like made yourself. Look, I don't agree that this should be the case, but it has seemed for the past few years that RuPaul wants an air of gravitas to come with the person who wins. And I don't think Darlene has that.
No. I feel like her hook was mall drag, which was great, but that didn't translate to a win, unfortunately. And in like the introduction to the clip package or in the clip package, she's like, I've had a wild journey filled with ups and downs and laughter and tears. And I was like, what? A wild journey. She had like the most consistently normal run of the lot.
Not less than normal run in that we didn't even see her for the first half of the show.
I know, it was not wild in
we
the
never
least.
saw her.
Yeah, so she really didn't have the narrative momentum to win, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have Mikey Meeks clip package and her performance where she sings a song, which I thought was really weird to sing in front of her parents about how she's verse, right? And that she wants people to come in her or something like that. Or
yeah.
What did you think of Mikey Meeks' clip package and that whole thing there?
Well, I thought she performed the song well.
Sure.
But it is kind of, I feel like her narrative is that she's an ingenue and she's versatile, but those are words that don't really like mean anything. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't actually say anything about her personality just to describe yourself as an ingenue. Like there's not actually that much to Mikey, even though she's done well. She's been fun to watch, but like there's nothing else there. And I sort of feel like, you know, when Moulin Rouge won the Tony for Best Musical in the COVID year because like nothing else was nominated, like that's what I kind of feel like. But like if Moulin Rouge was nominated in a different year, maybe it wouldn't have won Best Musical. And I feel the same with Mikey. Like if she was on this show like 5 years ago, she would have been out in the middle. But now all of a sudden, because of timing, she's won. So I don't get it.
Yeah, I think this is a season with a good cast, but it's in flux. It's one of these things where I'm watching the queens walk in. I'm like, Jane and all these other queens who are so strong and they're all gone. You know, it's sort of weird. And then finally we have Nini Coco. She did her clip package and she sang a song. I don't know what her song was. Because here's why I don't know what her song was. I was like, are they intentionally doing a Gaga ripoff? I mean, this is Gaga, right? They were doing. She even did like the little monster hands at the end. Am I wrong here?
No, I feel like you're right. Like the choreo was good. I thought it was good choreo, good choreography, but like the song itself, I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what
it seemed like an AI
what she was
version of
singing
Gaga.
about. Yeah.
I'm not even being funny. I think it sounded like an AI take on Lady Gaga.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there. And then, yeah, again, she brings up this like Shade Assassin storyline, which is
we
still
never saw.
Flummoxes me. And like, of course, it cuts to like Jane like nodding when she's like, I had some problems throwing shade. And Jane's like, yep. I was like, fuck off, Jane. Just fuck off. Kind of boring. She's got a hot boyfriend as well, so good for her. But, you know.
The hot boyfriend who said that she's the wings to his anchor and it didn't make any sense to me. I go, I say that, I think I'm going to say this in Relaska Thoughts. I'm not sure that English is the boyfriend's first language. I'm not even being funny.
Yeah, like, and Nini was like, oh, that's beautiful. But I'm like, what? Like an anchor, like he's bringing you down, babe.
I had to actually look. You know what's a really good point? I had to really look up Emil because I was like, you know, on like a stereotypical like Popeye the Sailor Man anchor, there has those like little like
the wings, yeah.
And I was like, are those called wings? And ChatGPT was like, no. I was like, what are the wings? And they're like, no, it's just. It was trying to explain. I go, no, I get it, but I was like, what do they have to do with it? They're like, no, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
the wings to my anchor.
Yeah, not great.
I know. Yeah. All right, Miley Cyrus is awarded the Giving Us Life Award, and they have a clip package, and she accepts the award. What did you think of this?
Well, I hated this because Rue says at the start of the package, there's only one word to describe Miley Cyrus. And then she says charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, which is 4 words. And then she does an acrostic poem spelling out Miley, which is, 5 words. So it's like all in all, she's used 9 words to describe Miley Cyrus. So that was a weird way to start that whole fucking segment, honestly. Mm-hmm. And then the whole time I was just like, meh. Like, I think I might actually hate Miley Cyrus for some reason. Like,
why?
I don't know.
I don't hate her, but she doesn't excite me in any kind of way.
Maybe I'm just Team Liam because I'm Australian or something. But I don't.
Wasn't he cheating on her?
All power to him. I don't know. But
wasn't he going on like morning hikes, sunrise hikes with people, and sunrise swims with other people in the area?
I got a good feeling about Liam. I don't know. Cancel me. But yeah, no, I just don't think she deserves it. Like, I just feel like the lifetime part means it should be like at the end of your life. Like, who else has won it? Bob Mackie, Cassandra, what's her face, and then Liza Minnelli. You know, like, I guess Miley has had a big career, but only for the past 20 years. I feel like we should save this for some like maybe older queer people that maybe a lot of the audience don't know. I feel like everyone already knows Miley Cyrus. Like, what's she getting out of this? It's just weird.
All right. I have no thoughts on this except for like Miley makes like the most mid joke about how she would play Hannah Montana on Snatch Game, and RuPaul loses her mind with laughter. And I'm like, it's not that funny, RuPaul. It's weird.
I know. Because like if that actually were to happen, you know, Ru wouldn't eat it up. You know, if anyone played Hannah Montana in a Snatch Game, Ru would be like, I don't. No.
If Ru was funny, she'd be like, how would you make that funny, Miley? How would you make Hannah funny? Then they have a segment where like Bob, Kimchi, and Raja introduce 3 prominent gays. By the way, none of them giving us Life Award. Most of them are all dead.
No. Yeah. I just felt it was really odd that we still had this bit with them on the cycles. Like, I just didn't get it.
They commit to this bit and like nobody's business. I think everyone's thinking about it. And then Crystal Envy comes out to announce Miss Congeniality. I'll be honest with you, and it hasn't changed. I have no memory of Crystal Envy. I have no memory of her whatsoever. I don't know. I think, here's what I think. If I remember correctly, but I don't know why she won Miss Congeniality. She was an early out though, wasn't she?
She was pretty early out. She did that horrible like Wolfman look and ended up in the bottom, and so she was booted out with like horrible prosthesis on her face. Like she looked terrible.
So why did she get Miss Congeniality?
I don't know. I guess because of the Queen's vote, and like I don't know, maybe they rigged it for her. I don't understand. And when she did come out, like she was so bad at reading at the teleprompter. I was like, she is a charisma vacuum. She's terrible. Yeah. Like I was like, I wish I'd still forgotten who you are. Now that I remember, I'm like, yoicks, you're bad at this. But good for Jane.
Yeah, Jane Don't wins. And there you go. Number 7. The top 3 queens. Then there's a whole Anastasia Beverly Hills, Norvina thing. Let me tell you something. I'll be honest with you. I drank a little too much last night. Not excessively, but like I was a little not energetic this morning. And then Robert, prima donna Robert, had told me noon at the Magic Castle. And then he calls me at fucking 8:30 in the morning or something. And he's like, can we do it earlier actually? And so now I have to like watch it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to skip this part. I think I'm good. And I had to skip for a long time. It was a long segment. So I don't even know what happened. But was there anything noteworthy that happened?
Well, the thing is, nothing happened. It was a snooze fest. Like they had to, I guess the winner was going to get like a makeup palette branded after them. So the girls came in and showed off what color eyeshadow or whatever the fuck they would want to wear. And Darlene was like, I want all blue. And I was like, okay, well, you're not going to win because they're never going to sell that. And then like Mikey has a boring thing and then Nini has a boring thing. And then I don't know if they all re-wore outfits, but Nini just re-wore her entrance look outfit, which I thought was like annoying because I was like, I've already seen that doll. Yeah. So I was just like, this is a waste of time. Like, I don't want to sound negative, but it was a big old fucking snooze fest.
Yeah, it was long. I remember going like, wow, this is going for a long ass time.
Really long. Yeah, and so it just felt like another branded segment. Yeah. You know, like the Miss Congeniality one was for fucking deodorant. Like we heard about this deodorant or whatever. And then like the winnings are from some match game. And then there's this with the Beverly Hills. And I'm like, oh my God, I'd rather just watch commercials. Yeah.
And then Anya Nerve came out and we saw what was happening to her. And I was like, I was like, oh, that's right. And she was charming, but I was like, you know, they filmed in the summer, so we still don't know about the Kiki Boots gate, and we're hearing about the dad and all this drama. And I was like, I forgot about the dad.
So did I. And like, I was just like, oh, poor Anya. Like, she has just had the most boring reign. Like,
what's funny now that I think about it, they filmed this in the summer.
Yeah.
Her reign's been 2 months at that point.
But you know, even if they did film it last week, I don't think she'd have more to say.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I want to be the first drag queen to win an EGOT. And I'm like, have you done anything in music, theater, film, television? Like, what are you doing?
She was supposed to be in the Kinky Boots and she quit.
And I don't know too much about the Anya drama. This is why we need the rumor mill back. But I have seen online that she's like, yeah, quit a lot of gigs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, she looked pretty though.
Then Darlene, Nini, and Mikey come to the stage, and then they just boot Darlene right out of the gate. Poor Darlene.
Yeah, that felt anticlimactic. Like,
yeah.
I know the whole like, oh, she's never lip sync thing. Like, I don't know what they could have done, but it was kind of flop.
Yeah, and then now Nini and Mikey are left to face off in lip sync battle for the crown. The song "Every Girl You've Ever Loved" by Miley Cyrus. Let's stop right here. This lip sync. Let me ask you this question, Nathan. Were the right two queens in the top, and did the right queen win the crown?
It's weird because like I like Darlene. I would have preferred for her to win the whole fucking thing, but like ultimately, I do think it was the right top two, based on like the performances that they just did and just like narrative trajectory. Yeah, I guess.
I agree with you. Also, who won that lip sync?
Nini did. Nini did a much better job.
Nini won that lip sync. She did the purse with doing the talking part.
Well, that felt a bit Megami coded. I was like, I could do without the handbag puppet, but yeah, it was good.
I liked it, and I liked the stunts. I thought she captured the energy more. I thought Nini won the lip sync, but it's about more than the lip sync. And
it was just a shit lip sync song.
It wasn't a good lip sync
finale lip sync. I was like, this.
They've been choosing really bad songs. But like I said, you know, the process for licensing these songs is so complicated. I'm surprised they even have songs. Like, I kind of get why they did an all RuPaul Perusa one, because they're like, okay, that's easy, you know?
Yeah, and I was thinking like, oh, is that why they sweetened the deal for Miley by giving her an award just so they could get a song? I mean, she's given song heaps before, but like...
But she's not the only person that decides on that.
Yeah.
And every single, like I said before, like there's multiple people with their hands in the pie for that song, and any one of them can A, say no if they want, and B, ask for whatever amount of money they want. Right? So Miley's not the sole arbiter of what happens here. So
they should have just done Cha-Cha Bitch again.
All right. Any other thoughts on the season, on the episode, on anything, Nathan?
Yeah, it's a funny season because I don't think it was a bad season. Although it might have been misproduced along the way, in just that, like, yeah, frontrunners disappeared, people didn't have storylines. We end up with Mikey Meeks as the winner, who did nothing wrong, but it's just not exciting. Like, I don't think there's any excitement. And like a part of that I can see is like yesterday when I was going to watch this, like I was watching it a few hours after it had come out, and I was like, oh, I hope I don't get spoiled online. I didn't get spoiled because no one was talking about it. Like,
oh, interesting.
I didn't see a single post being like, congrats, Mikey. Like, I just feel like no one gave a shit.
That's very interesting. Ultimately, and you know, I feel badly because on Relaska Thoughts, I was like, I'll get more into this on recap, but I just don't have the energy. I don't care. And I've said it all before in other episodes, but essentially I'll say this. Nothing's changed. Fantastic cast. A great cast as a whole. Honestly, like very few, if any, duds. Didi Fuego. The end. Right? And there's no real duds. You know, really strong cast. And I think it was all wasted. The talent of this cast was wasted by the producers of this show, the people who run this show. The challenges were weak. The theming was weak. The entire production from start to finish was lazy. And I think they failed these contestants. It's just what we just saw in season 18 was just laziness abound. Abundant laziness.
Yeah.
And they just don't care. They don't care. They didn't care. They're just... and there could be a number of reasons. I don't know what it is. And by the way, and when I say the cast, I should say is a talented cast. I don't know that necessarily they were a good TV cast. The problem is these queens are getting way too careful. They're getting way too conscious of their image, and they're very aware of their image, and everyone's afraid to do anything.
Yeah.
And so it's a casting problem, it's a production problem, but we need to fix it. Thank you. We're going to call it a day there. That's going to do it for this season of RuPaul's Drag Race Recap. Be sure to join us in a few weeks when Taylor the Latte Boy and I recap All-Star Season 11, and join us next year when Nathan Patrick Batanz and I return to recap RuPaul's Drag Race Season 19. So for Nathan Patrick Brown and myself.
You said Nathan Patrick Batanz.
Well, yeah, by next year we'll be married.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, well, sashay away until the nuptials.
This is a Monday.com ad. The same Monday.com designed for every team. The same Monday.com with built-in AI, scaling your work from day one. The same Monday.com with an easy and intuitive setup. Go to Monday.com and try it for free.